the baby brother, the baby GS. This is the BMW F900 GSA. Now, where do I start with this bike? There is so many gadgets and gizmos on this bike, it's unreal. It's definitely a lot lighter than its bigger brother, but it has also got a lot less horsepower than its bigger brother. This has got 105 brake horsepower, which I think right now in this day and age, 105 brake horsepower for your touring bikes, for your adventure bikes, for your road sports bikes, I think is perfect. Not too much, it isn't like it's lacking any. I think, in my personal opinion, I think this is better than its bigger brother. Let's just look at the facts. It's £12,500. It's got 105 brake horsepower, 68 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 246 kilos. So straight off the bat, it's definitely a lot lighter. Yes, it hasn't got the horsepower there, but like I said, I just don't think you need that sort of horsepower in this day and age of riding. The road conditions around here, the types of roads you get in the UK, you do not need anything more really. And like I said, with the weight of it, 246 kilos is, I think, ideal for a little adventure bike. Yes, it's heavy, it's not an enduro bike, it's not a little motocross bike. It's designed to do a bit of both. It's designed to go for a bit of a tour, and then if you want to go off the beaten track, you can, because it's capable of doing that. I'm not one for these bikes, but after jumping on this, it has definitely made me think twice. The electronics, because that is the first thing that stood out to me, was the fact that the GSA, as a standard bike, hasn't got that much. It's got your standard ABS, and that's about it really, and your traction control. But if you went to BMW and spent £2,500 on the full thing for this bike, you can get yourself the following: the heated grips, you can get different rider modes, so you can flick through. There's road, there's rain, there's dynamic, there's enduro mode, enduro pro. You get a quick shifter which allows you to change up and down the gears without using the clutch. So if you go up a gear and then down a gear, it's got electronical rear suspension. For the standard model, you get just fully adjustable front forks and an adjustable rear shock. But like I said, if you spend that £2,500, you can get yourself electronically adjustable shock. And like I said, with the different mappings, you've got road mode, we've got dynamic, we've got enduro, and then enduro pro, and then there is also a rain mode on there as well. It's also got cruise control as well, which is an amazing little feature you can get on the bike. Even though this has got the stock exhaust on it, it sounds beautiful. With this engine being a parallel twin, it's got so much torque, it's so fun to ride. And I keep going back to this, parallel twins, V twins, again, for this day and age, are probably the most fun bikes you can have. Just a little bit of a blip on the throttle and the thing's just there. The thing that I find about this bike, which makes it better than its bigger brother, is that it's not as heavy, so you can have that fun. Like, you can flick the bike around if you want to throw it through the lanes. If you're going through the Alps, you can throw it through the Alps. And obviously, if you do fancy going off-roading, it's that little bit light. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not an enduro bike, so if you did go off-roading, it's probably not the most comfortable bike to go off-roading with. I wouldn't be comfortable personally riding this bike off-road on especially like grass or gravel. I'm not saying it isn't capable, because in the right hands this bike is phenomenal. You could do everything on it. And with this being the GSA as well, it's got a 23-litre fuel tank. It is such an enjoyable bike to ride, this little thing. It's so much more nimble than the 1250 and the 1300. Yes, it's not got as much power, but it's still got the torque there. You can just open it up and it will get you there. And another little good feature is you've got the sat nav mount as well. The screen is also adjustable, so when you're riding along, instead of having to use Allen keys or screwdrivers or just having to undo anything, it's literally this little switch here. You can lower and heighten it as you go along, so there's no need to stop, which means you can carry on with your ride as you go along. Again, for off-roading, this thing's got a 21-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear wheel, which again, for off-roading, if you wanted to do off-roading on it, gives you that sort of capability. The big front wheel just helps you get over those little rocks and little dips in there without you having big twitches or anything nasty like that catching you off guard. So in terms of its competitors, Triumph Tiger 900 Rally, you've got the KTM Adventure R and the Honda Africa Twin. Now, all of those bikes are amazing bikes, and I think what makes the BMW just that little bit better than the rest of them is the fact that you've got all these different selection of rider modes. Yes, the price of this bike is a lot higher than the rest of them. It's one of the lightest ones in the class, and they're all similar on horsepower, but I don't know, it's just something about the BMWs that just give you that comfort in riding, you know. I mean, the Honda Africa Twin, you know, it gives you that reliability feeling, whereas this, I don't know, it just gives you that little sensation of joy. It's a BMW, for goodness sake. Like, you can't not have fun on a BMW. It's so big. It's such a little bike, but so big at the same time, you know. You've got 105 brake horsepower. It's a parallel twin, but just like I keep going back to it, look at the size of it. It's massive. Yes, it's an adventure bike, but this thing takes corners in its stride. Like, look at this. Down a gear, drop it in, power out, upshift. Like, it's just so smooth. And that's just one thing the BMW has over the rest of it, is the fact that it's just so smooth to ride, enjoyable, and that's what I love about this bike. Now, personally, would I have one of these bikes? Absolutely, yes. But it comes back to that little niggle it has, and the fact that is why I don't have one is because it's expensive. It's £12,500. Is it justifiable? Absolutely. Is it sensible? Probably not. I've just had so much fun on this bike today. I think it's worth every penny.